and the Norwegian was at the heart of the action on the stroke of half-time, smashing Noel Whelan's goal-bound lob away from danger. The introduction of surprise substitute Matt Jansen just after the hour brought the first decent effort of the second half, but he was well off the target. It wasn't thrilling stuff for the crowd at the Riverside. 10 minutes after that incident, Rovers were down to 10 men. Referee Barber deciding Lucas Neal's challenge on Robbie Stockdale was a professional foul. The Australian dismissed. Barber deciding he was the last man. Rovers having to finish the game a man down for the second week running. Graham Souness, blood boiling at the decision. It did have an effect on the shape of the game, and Borough's defensive duo of Gareth Southgate and Ugo Ehiogu combined for the winner. Ehiogu scoring his first goal since that goal in Sven-Göran Eriksson's first England game against Spain at the end of February last year. At the whistle, police and security men intervened to stop Souness venting his frustration at Mr. Barber.
Edwin van der Sar kept out England for most of Wednesday night, but was less convincing here at the Bescot Stadium. Nearly gifted Hervelto an opening goal. The keeper was lucky though. Hervelto was horribly out of form and subbed on 34 minutes. Walsall are in the bottom three of the First Division, and Hale sent Biancalani flying. But despite this challenge, Walsall were not turning out to be pushovers. Hales had incurred the wrath of the crowd. A crowd who should have been celebrating a Letao goal had not the header been straight at Van der Sar. Instantly, Fulham scored from Malbronk's free kick. Bennett and Carbon collided. It was Bennett, the home skipper, who'd prodded it past his own keeper. Woe for Walsall on the stroke of half-time. But early in the second they were level. Darren Byfield the scorer, but only after Van der Sar had made a feeble effort at punching a corner. Not even Collins on the line could do anything. Parity didn't last for long. Fulham replied with a brilliant Hales goal set up by Steve Finnan. Hales' finish was excellent. Somehow he got his foot under the cross and still volleyed it past Walker. Walsall tried to come back, but they couldn't. And Fulham are in the last 8.
We have had many problems today with the opponents. That is heavy.
When Richard Creswell headed home from Graham Alexander's free kick to go 1-up. The visitors were close to doubling their lead 2 minutes later. Some poor defending allowed John Mackin a close-range shot. Cheney made a superb save. Then, against the run of play, Chelsea managed to draw level. Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank supplying his strike partner Ida Gudjonsson with the simplest of finishes. And it didn't get any better for Preston. On 26 minutes, the Premiership side went ahead for the first time in the game. Hasselbank's brilliant strike, making it 2-1. In the final minutes of the match, Preston came close to grabbing a draw, and the replay, but Cudicini made another brilliant save. Chelsea then went straight up the pitch to seal the win with an excellent finish from the sub, Mikel Forsell.
Of Kevin Keegan's contribution to Toon folklore. The current local hero at Newcastle nearly began things with a bang. And it started to go wrong for Keegan's Manchester City midway through the first half. Craig Bellamy, clear on goal, pulled down by Richard Dunn. There was only one outcome. City, already weakened by the absence of Sean Gota and Stuart Pearce, now down to 10 men. But they could have gone in front on the very stroke of half-time. Shay Gibbon almost caught out, Huckabee just wide with his shot. On the hour mark, Gary Speed picked out Noel Solano. Keeper Nicky Weaver chose to come. Solano went past him to score his 10th of the season to give Newcastle the lead. But if they thought that they were in for an easy passage to the quarter-finals, they were mistaken. Paolo one-shot denied by Elliott's challenge. The City chances kept coming. Kevin Horlock a whisker away from putting City level. But Newcastle finished the stronger. Another fine effort from Bellamy drawing a good save.
Already in one cup final, Tottenham began as firm favourites to move a step closer to securing another day out at Cardiff at the expense of Tranmere. They thrashed Dave Watson's men 4-0 in the Worthington Cup earlier in the season, and it didn't take Spurs long to take the lead this time. Christian Ziege, back from missing 7 matches with an injured knee, firing home in the 9th minute. With Sven Eriksson looking on, Teddy Sheringham should have made it 2 on the half-hour mark, but a momentary lack of accuracy let him down. But 5 minutes later, Spurs did stretch their lead through Gus Poyet. That goal making it double figures for him for the season so far. Early on in the second half, it was 3-0 to Spurs. Sheringham atoning for his earlier miss. You know who would have taken note. To their credit, Tranmere battled on, and with 10 minutes to go, might have made things interesting had Jason Price enjoyed a bit more of the rub of the green. The coup de grace was delivered by a cup winner in 2000, Gus Poyet second, making it Tottenham 4, Tranmere 0 for the second time this season, with a deflection summing up the visitors' day. So Spurs march on in search of a cup double, despite the